All right, latest on the provincial election, the NDP leads 46 to 45 for the Conservatives. Of course, you need 47 seats to form a majority government. However, it's been such a close race here, we probably won't know the definitive results for another week. There's a lot of mail-in ballots that still need to be counted. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. I was hoping for, of course, a blue wave across BC. We got that. Most of BC did go blue, which is phenomenal for a party that really didn't even exist that long ago, to almost at least forming majority government. I was disappointed with Vancouver proper, though. It basically went all orange, not surprising. We've got a lot of left-wing socialists in this city. We're on the left coast here. So I wasn't surprised by that, but I do kind of shake my head at these kind of results. Yaletown in particular, I mean, you would think with the street disorder and open drug use, you would think that a lot of these guys would be voting for common sense conservatives, but apparently not. Same thing with the False Creek riding. Very disappointing here. But in a way, again, it's not surprising because in this country, the Liberals and the NDP of the province here, they're not free market governments. They're left-wing socialist radicals. David Eby and Trudeau are like two peas in a pod. They're completely in alignment with their ideology here. They have completely crushed the free market economy and in favor of building this bloated public sector. All the jobs they've created are in the public sector. And of course, these people have their gold-plated pensions. They're going to vote for the NDP. They're going to vote socialist. A lot of NDP voters as well are renters. They think that this David Eby is going to hold their hand and coddle them and help them buy a house, which he's not. He doesn't care about you guys. But what they want, this government does not want you to own anything for yourself. They don't want you to own your home. They don't want you to start a business. That's not in their interest here. They want everybody working and renting from the government. They want full government control. That's their ideology. A good example of this would be this communist Soviet-style housing plan that David Eby unveiled here. They're pitching it as a solution to ownership, helping first-time buyers get into the market. But of course, it's a 99-year lease. Government retains control of the land. They're financing part of it, but you're going to have to pay that back. And now you're basically co-owning with Big Daddy government. And at the end, you don't really own anything. It's a lease. It's a leasehold property. I very rarely will steer clients into leaseholds. But I've been asked, Jay, have your political opinions, hurt your business? Because I've been very vocal on my support for the Conservatives here, both federally and provincial. It hasn't really, because in the last 4 years or so, I would say the vast majority of my clients, doctors, lawyers, CPAs, high-tech industries, telecommunications, some of them are in the trades, but they usually own their own business. These people are tired of getting taxed to death. They're tired of these left-wing, radical, woke socialist governments. And they are generally going to vote common sense conservative. That's what I've found anyway. The people that generally lean NDP, the ones that I've worked with, most of them just wasted my time. Usually, by the time I ran them through the qualification process, they couldn't qualify for a mortgage. So, I want to work with these types of people. They're generally homeowners, business owners, investors. Those are the people, positive people. They understand that if they're going to get into the market, it's going to be 100% on them. They're not counting on David Eby to help them buy a home. It's not going to happen, guys. You're dreaming in Technicolor. The other thing I would say here is try and get yourself into a career where you can make six figures, something where you are excited about when you get up in the morning, like I am. Because the public sector, it's such a drain on you mentally, physically. I was in the public sector a long time. I dreaded that 9 to 5. People would tell me, well, you've got job security. Great. I felt like I was in a maximum security prison, though. I couldn't wait to get out of that. So try and build some autonomy for yourself. Get some freedom. Try to build something for yourself is what I would recommend. But that's not what the NDP wants. They don't want you to own your home. They don't want you to start a business. They want you to be 100% dependent on them for everything. That's their game plan, full government control. Moving on to their housing plan, what has the NDP done for you? All they've tried to do is hammer and tax the market into submission. 30 new taxes under the NDP since they first came into power, which is not going to work. You can't hammer the market into submission with taxes and regulation. That's just going to make things much more unaffordable. The developers are scared shitless of the NDP. They don't know when the next tax is going to drop. And housing starts have fallen off a cliff here, which guarantees higher prices going forward. It's basic economics 101, supply and demand. John Rustad here, want to quote him. He says, first it was foreigners, then it was speculators, then it was vacant properties, then it was Airbnbs. The real problem is government in the way. I've been on a tirade about this for many years. You need to get the government the hell out of the way and allow the free market to operate. Government intervention never works, and it always causes unintended consequences here. So Rustad wants to introduce the Rustad rebate. You can deduct your mortgage or rents up to $3,000 a month. That's huge. That is a real solution to a real problem. Reintroducing a 1970s plan to allow developers some tax breaks to build multifamily residential. Again, another solution here. You know, it's carrot or stick. The NDP wants to use the stick. The Conservatives want more of a carrot approach. Let's give some incentives to developers. Let's get some shovels in the ground and get things built here. That's going to be effective. Slash the speculation and vacancy taxes, repeal short-term rental regulations. Absolutely. Unwind everything the NDP's done. It's not effective, and it's going to make things far worse. So I'll keep you guys updated. Right now we're in a dead heat. NDP with a slight lead, but we'll see how this pans out. Hopefully, I'm looking forward to hopefully a blue wave. Again, I'd like to see a common sense conservative government here. I'm Jay Coupar. Feel free to comment below or subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.